Laura K. Inamedinova, an award-winning serial entrepreneur, investor, and keynote speaker sharing her insights on Web3 since 2016. She currently holds a dual role within Gate ecosystem, managing global growth of the exchange and attracting new investment to the venture arm GVC. Anton Golub is the Chief Business Officer of FreeDX, a next-gen centralized exchange. Before joining FreeDX, he successfully ran his own crypto exchange and market-making firm while serving on boards of Web3 and fintech companies. Dom De Leon is a dynamic tech leader with more than a decade of experience driving growth across advertising, fintech, and sustainable development sectors. As Executive Director of DEFCON, the Philippines' largest community of geeks with 11 chapters nationwide, he champions an inclusive tech talent ecosystem. Proudly supported by our esteemed partners, R77, Chips, CSB Group, AWS, and ZBX, whose generous contributions are enhancing our exceptional, highly coveted pitch prize.
Okay, welcome judges, welcome back to the stage. Very happy to have you. So let's start with our first project today, which is Red Circle Global. Please make your way to the stage. We're ready for your presentation. You can take the podium and we will have your presentation, or you can take the hand mic. I think the podium would be better. Okay.
Mic test.
We have the timer ready. Are you ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, we're rolling.
Good morning, everyone. Who's familiar with Polymarket? Basically, what I'm trying to introduce here is a Polymarket with an Asia-first policy. Who's excited with that? But I'm pretty sure you might be asking, another Me Too again, right? But hey, listen to me right now. We have Amazon in the USA. The Europeans copied it. They brought Lazada in Southeast Asia. We have Alibaba in China. We have Shopee in Southeast Asia. Why not replicate the success and improve Polymarket? So this is our ideal UI and UX. And this is our simple and easy to use user journey. And of course, you might be asking right now, what makes this different from the existing Polymarket? First, we will empower and enable every influencer or key opinion leader to create their own wage. Directly, we are democratizing waging. But we will have an AI moderation and a community to help us mitigate the risk of fraud. We're also looking as a business model, a revenue model, to get 2 to 3% of the stakes. Also, we're looking in the future, in the next 2 to 3 years, to introduce our own coin that we will be using in this platform. We're looking right now to partner with every platform through our API. And of course, you might be asking right now, why are we going to do it in Sigma? Why are we pitching it before in Sigma? Very simple. We believe we're introducing something new. We're introducing something that everyone is excited, and you are all just looking for someone to champion for the next idea, the next big thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. You actually have 40 seconds left. Okay, everyone, we're ready. Before we go to the questions, can I ask you to repeat the name of your project?
The project name is Worth It My Nuggets by Red Circle Global.
Okay, very well. Thank you. Now we're ready to go for a 5-minute hot seat questions round for our judges. Are you ready? Laura, wait, we need to start the timer. Is the mic on? Okay,
so
very well.
Testing, yes. So first of all,
thank you. We're ready.
Okay, awesome. So first of all, congrats coming on the stage. I know it's very hard when you're a founder and pitch it. So kudos to that. What's your go-to-market? What's your plan to acquire users and then have a successful token launch?
Okay, perfect. if you'll ask me right now, what's my go-to market, I'll ask you, how many users do you want?
All of them.
If you want 1 million users, I can give you for only 50 cents per successful installation, as long as it's within Android phone.
Will the one who are actually using it, or is it going to be just pay per download?
Again, sorry?
Are they actually going to be using the app, or are they just going to download because they're getting paid?
Well, the concept here is very simple. First, we want to target the initial first adopters. And second, we want to have a follow-through through the retention program.
So if I want 1 million retained users who have, let's say, with a monthly active of 1 million, how much that's going to cost you?
Well, for
That's
the
not 50
monthly
cents.
Yes, it's around 50 cents to $1 per user.
I can bet my money it's not possible, but if you succeed to get 1 million active users with the cost per acquisition price of $1, and they're actually going to be using, not just to get a reward, please come to me. You have this recording. We're probably going to invest. And it's not. Please, Anton.
Yeah, I agree with Laura. I think usually the cost of client acquisition, even in Southeast Asia, it's actually around $20 to $40 actually. So if you're saying that you can do it for a couple of cents, you know, then that's amazing.
In US dollars.
Yeah. Okay. So what I wanted to ask you, do you see your company becoming regulated or acquiring licenses?
Yes,
or
definitely.
you see yourself being more in the unregulated space? How do you plan to approach that?
The concept here is really on the regulated space, and in fact, we have some commitments in regulated licensed players here in Manila, as long as we can get 30,000 active users. Okay? They're open to the exploratory discussion to possibly acquire us.
So you want to sell your company when you hit 30,000 users, if I understand you?
Well, it really depends, but definitely the direction is we believe we need to partner with a bigger entity so we could really scale the business and we can improve the utility of the future coins.
Thanks for pitching. 2 questions. We didn't share your team, so who's your team and what makes you more likely to make this happen? And then second is, there's a new guideline on SAC marketing limitations. How do you plan to work around it?
Okay. So first, regarding the team, allow me to introduce myself first. I've been a startup founder since 2018. My claim to fame, I started with $75. I managed to increase revenue to $500,000 US, paid taxes recorded in the Philippines. Because I'm in the business of school automation, okay? And second, regarding my team, also, I have access to newbies. I also have access to the veterans because I'm a part-time adjunct professor in IT.
Bravo.
Thank you. So accessing manpower is never a problem with us.
And sorry, who is your team beyond yourself?
We're 5 right now.
And who are there? What makes you so special? What makes the team so amazing?
Well, you know, when we started Red Circle Global through EduTech, we just started with $75. A lot of companies cannot even cross pandemic. We managed to survive pandemic through education technology solutions. You know, this kind of system, this kind of technology, we can easily build this in less than 60 days. And I tell you that.
Yeah,
1 minute left.
You mentioned
Go.
here voice AI. Can you expound? Red Circle Voice AI? Is that what? Circle Voice AI?
That's part of our auxiliary services with my main company. So in the future, we have access with Tomorrow. I'm one of the distributor of Tomorrow. Basically, we can incorporate LLM voice AI.
Yeah, with the BPO market, what makes you more likely to win that audience with voice?
Well, I'll be very honest. A part of BPO industry, we cannot really 100% replicate. Why? Because voice AI does not have emotions yet. It does not empathize yet. However, the customer service industry, 100% we can do it. If you can give me a contract, we can land
10
a deal.
seconds left.
How much money do you need to raise?
I'm just looking at, for the MVP stage right now, I'm just looking at $60,000 US.
And we're done. Thank you. Thank you so much. Red Circle Global, everyone. Please give a round of applause for a project from the Philippines.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, judges.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Well done. Now, we're ready for another project that we have today, also from the Philippines, Analytiks Incorporated. I'm inviting Suzanne Lee to present the project. Please, a round of applause.
More energy, everyone.
Suzanne, you have 3 minutes. You ready? Perfect. And we're rolling.
iGaming fraud is skyrocketing, reported to have grown 64% year on year, and with Asian countries at top of that list. Deepfake KYCs grew tenfold last year, and in some parts of Southeast Asia, 1 out of every 12 signups are fake. So fraud is not just a cost center, it's an existential leak. I am Susie Lee, co-founder and CTO at Analytiks, and for a decade we've built real-time and explainable AI solutions for the most high-risk industries, including banking. The threats and the risk might seem new to iGaming, but it's a solution that we've developed before for banks and insurance companies whose regulators have no room for undetected threat. There are intelligence risk engines were able to cut down false positive rates by 40 to 60%, and we were able to detect fraud faster at 70 to 90%. We bring the same engine to iGaming, crypto, e-wallets, digital wallets. Our engines can ingest transactions, live bet streams, KYC data, device fingerprints, and behavioral telemetry that can flag anomalies and detect fraud, and even give you explainable risk scores. So why do we win? First, we make everything explainable. We believe that to make insights actionable, whoever reads it must see beyond the black box numbers. Next, we make sure our solutions are practical. We're tech agnostic. We're not vendor locked in. We believe that to be able to deliver value, we need to be able to engineer for value. And lastly, our proven track record. We have built bank-grade solutions, and we apply the same formula to iGaming, e-wallets, and digital wallets. And it doesn't hurt that we have a great Manila data science team that is at least 40 to 60% less than US and EU cost. So we're here today to look for strategic partners to build excellent models in the real world. We need real world data. So we will learn, we will build, we will deliver ROI fast, and then from there we'll build turnkey engines that will continue to learn and grow as it protects our operators and our platforms out there. Thank you for the time.
Bravo. Thank you, Susie. Thank you. Susie Lee and Analytiks. We're ready for questions. Laura already has her microphone. The first. Can we put the timer up, please? 5 minutes for questions. Thank you.
So thank you, Susie, for the right-on-time pitch. Can you talk more about your business model?
Sure. So we're really, right now, we started actually as a service provider. So we built custom-built data, science, and AI solutions. And we've been doing this for 10 years now. But what we try to do is we really understand the use case coming from our clients, and then we productize the solution. So right now, our product is a credit risk engine scoring platform where any financial institution can come in, plug and play their data, and build their own risk models and deploy them.
But for this particular product that you're building, what's going to be the business model?
So the business model for this one, when we productize it, is it's going to be service-based. We are proposing that we can deploy on-premise and on private cloud, but we're able to actually deliver the service and charge on an annual license fee. And why that works is that the strength of our model is in the amount of data it ingests in the real world, and there is onus for them to actually retain their license with us.
So B2B SaaS, basically.
It is going to be SaaS, but can be deployed on private clouds.
Awesome. So it seems that many of the companies here that we have at the conference could be your potential clients. So
Yes.
how has that been going? Did you went around and pitched your product to all these operators, and what was the feedback? What's the validation in general, yeah?
So personally, it's actually my first day at the conference. I was busy with previous engagements, so I have yet to go around. Excited to go around the rest of the afternoon. But really excited to also see the energy. I do know my business partner also, who's in the same space, was here yesterday and actually got excellent interest and feedback from the operators that they've spoken with.
Do you have any then indication of interest? Do you have any MOU? Do you have any pre-signed client? How does that look like at the moment?
So not for this space, not for the iGaming and crypto space yet. We have already signed clients for our finance and banking solutions over the past decade.
This is not related to your current company, right? This is separate, right?
This is the same company.
It's the same company. Okay.
So yeah, thanks, Suzanne. So you compete with Thinking Machines team of Steph and
Yes,
AEP
Steph
with
is a friend.
Michelle. So more powers to more women in tech in
Yes.
this space. So one is, what do you think are their Achilles heel and what's your unfair advantage competing with all the players?
Right. So I won't specifically say around Achilles heel. But I also am an active practitioner. So I'm actually also a director of analytics at one of our largest conglomerates here in the country. And what that means is I'm closer to the use cases. I'm closer to where the business need solutions, and we do understand that at a very deep level.
Is there a certain business vertical you're from conglomerate that is severely underserved for you?
Yeah, so retail, banking, finance, those are really covered already. And we see the potential in gaming as well. Actually, we do have a gaming arm in our conglomerate, and we do think that while it is very much digitally powered, there's very little still application of AI for fraud detection.
Do you have early numbers for your gaming vertical for the verification? Do you have initial
sorry,
numbers
projections?
on numbers on the prototype or traction?
Right. So not for our gaming vertical, right? But just to give you some figures, over the past 3 years, our revenue amount to about $300,000 at a cost of around $100, keeping to a very lean data science team here.
Interesting vertical, and all the best.
Thank you.
And if I understood, you're a director in one of the conglomerates, right?
Yes.
So when are you stopping that to fully focus on the company, or how is that going to play out? Yeah?
Simple question. We get funding, and then I can actually go full steam ahead.
And how much funding you need to make that decision to leave that job?
Right. So our target is actually to actually give room allowance for allowances is actually $500,000 with a very base of $300,000 to productize and scale.
At what valuation?
We haven't done our computations yet. I apologize.
Sorry, service or product? Which is your primary approach?
Product. Right. So learn first and then productize.
Bravo, Susie. Thank you so much. Just in time. Bravo. Susie Lee from the Philippines and her project, Analytiks. Okay, everyone. We're ready for our next participant. This time is a project of legal tech. This is very interesting. A group of dedicated Bitcoiners. I'm calling up on this stage Adam from Bitcoin Lawyer. Please make your way to this stage. We're ready for your presentation. Adam, welcome.
Hey, let's do more cheers. Let's be more cheerful for everyone who's pitching. Imagine you guys would be standing here, some VCs asking, hard questions. Everyone in the audience with their phones, tracking everything. Let's be more cheerful to everyone.
I also know that Adam actually changed his flight to participate in that pitch. So thank you so much. Very happy to have you here. We're ready with the timer. Adam, you ready?
Absolutely. Yep. Check.
Okay, really good. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank our host, Olga, and our panel of judges,
Thank you.
Laura, Anton. Sorry? Oh, okay. And Dom, for having me here. My name is Adam Genowitz, and I'm the CEO of Bitcoin Lawyer. I'm here to introduce Bitcoin Lawyer, the only Bitcoin-first law firm dedicated exclusively to citizenship and residency by investment. Imagine seamlessly obtaining global mobility at tax advantages using your Bitcoin assets without traditional fiat friction. The global citizenship by investment industry is booming, driven by economic uncertainty, increasing regulation, and geopolitical instability. High net worth Bitcoiners, especially in the US and other Western countries, are urgently seeking second citizenship to protect their wealth, secure personal freedom, and maximize tax efficiency. However, no citizenship residency program currently accepts Bitcoin. This can complicate taxes and creates a lack of comprehensive legal guidance, creating significant friction. At Bitcoin Lawyer, we directly accept Bitcoin and facilitate government fee payments. We specialize in tax-optimized Bitcoin planning, provide complete legal guidance, thus simplifying your complex international lifestyle. Unlike other citizenship firms, we're a fully licensed Bitcoin native law firm tailored exclusively to clients with $500,000 or more in digital assets. Our niche market is rapidly expanding, with Americans currently representing the fastest growing nationality seeking alternative citizenship. We project profitability within the next 6 months and anticipate revenue surpassing $2 million by the end of 2026. We're currently raising $500,000 at a pre-money revenue of $4 million to enhance our tech infrastructure, scale marketing, and grow our expert team. Bitcoin Lawyer isn't just providing citizenship solutions, we're pioneering a completely new category, Bitcoin native global citizenship. We eliminate the complexity, optimize your Bitcoin wealth, and deliver secure, efficient solutions tailored specifically for Bitcoiners. Today, I'm inviting you not only to invest in Bitcoin Lawyer, but also to experience firsthand the transformative power of global mobility through second citizenship residency powered by Bitcoin. Thank you.
Thank you for the pitch. So you're basically a service-based business that is raising capital for what exactly?
Sorry, I couldn't hear her.
No worries.
Hello? Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, let me repeat it. Sure. So you're basically a service-based business that is raising capital for what exactly? Because you just need to do sales, generate profit, and sustain yourselves. Why the fundraising aspect?
So the fundraising is because citizenship by investment is a very high niche. We're literally a niche within a niche. So we're a citizenship by investment residency company exclaimed at Bitcoin and crypto investors. So it is a very expensive business to get into. Like, you can't just launch and say, hi, I'm here. It is an unregulated business, but what differentiates Bitcoin Lawyer is that I am a lawyer, went to law school in Malta, and actually can speak on this. I wrote my legal thesis on Malta's sovereignty to maintain their citizenship by investment program in the European Union. So I've already bootstrapped this myself, 2.5 Bitcoin deep into it. We are a Bitcoin first company, so that's what differentiates between us and other companies.
So what is your biggest challenge? Are you not getting the clients, or do you have the clients but you need the money to do whatever for them? Where is the issue?
Sorry, a lot of it is marketing, to be honest. Marketing is about 40% of the money we're asking for is for marketing purposes. A lot of our competitors do have quite slick marketing production, so we're looking to leverage a lot of that money, capital, into marketing for user acquisition.
I'll give you a bit of free business advice. I was a speaker in Nomad Capitalist, which is one of your biggest competitors.
Correct.
Just do a conference yourself. Hire Olga to do your conference, and do a conference. Basically, Nomad Capitalist is more profitable as a conference. We're not even think about how much money they're making from selling citizenships and tax relocations. You don't need investment. You just need to do a conference. You just need to do some sort of lead magnet or go to Davos. Going to Davos costs you, what, 5K? And you talk with like 100 high-net-worth individuals within a week. I don't believe you need fundraising. You just need to go and talk to people. And that costs nothing.
Okay, appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, I will echo actually what Laura said. So this is not a venture-backed business because you're providing services, meaning that VCs will not invest in a business like yours based on how you presented it. But there is one thing here that you mentioned that can be venture-backed. VCs will invest into it. And this is, you mentioned here that you have developed a proprietary workflow and AI-powered eligibility checker for visas or for residences. This is the only thing here that actually is venture-backed, because out of that you can create a product, probably a tech product, that you can then sell potentially actually to other law firms. But all the other stuff here that you mentioned, it's not venture-backed, right? So maybe it's not a question that I have for you, but maybe a feedback is that you need to rethink this, because if you present it like this to venture, I'm talking to VCs, they will not invest into this.
Fair enough. I appreciate the feedback. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. So post FTX and post the recent XRP, what are you leveraging on that makes your company more relevant now? And then second would be, since you're based in Malta, what's your regional rollout approach?
Just to clarify, I'm not based in Malta. I went to law school in Malta. We're actually domiciled in St. Vincent and Grenadines. The first part of your question, what makes us different? For example, Laura mentioned Nomad Capitalists. They are a direct competitor, correct? The difference is that I am actually a lawyer. I went to law school.
He hires lawyers. He has like 10 lawyers in his team. I'm
Right.
not promoting Nomad Capitalists
Right, yeah.
whatsoever. I just know very much about their business.
Sure. So again, I handle all the work myself. We don't contract out. So that is the difference. What makes us different? And I'm sorry, could you repeat the second part of your question?
What's your regional approach rollout? So from which market or region are you approaching it?
Oh, so we are currently promoting Vanuatu, just based on Malta ending their citizenship by investment program. Vanuatu is currently the cheapest citizenship by investment program. You can pay entirely in Bitcoin, and a family of 4 can obtain second citizenship for $185,000. So that's currently the program that we're focusing on.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Bitcoin
Thank you.
lawyer
Thank you,
and
everyone.
Adam. Bravo, Adam. Not everyone at Sigma is from Malta. You know, I know it's an obvious choice. All right, everyone. Thank you so much, Adam, Bitcoin lawyer. And we have one more project today, also from the Philippines. Dafi and Andrea, please make your way to the stage. We're ready for you. Yeah, a round of applause for Andrea, please. I love that we have so many AI projects this time.
So imagine a country like the Philippines. We are very rich in natural resources and we're deeply rooted in agriculture. But millions of small-scale farmers still struggle to access the capital. And sorry, next slide, please.
Can we put up the next slide, please?
So
there
the
it is.
problem is clear. Small-scale farmers who produce the majority of our food are chronically underfunded, but they lack of access to capital because they don't have a formal access to credit histories, traditional financial records. And farmers face limited access to credit due to lack of formal records. This is the problem. So while the investors distrust unverifiable farm data, increasing fraud risk, inefficient supply chain, costly delays and losses, and centralized, slow, often corrupt bureaucracy. So we built Dafi. It is a platform combining AI analytics and Web3 smart contracts to solve the farming challenges. It has AI-powered credit scoring using XGBoost and LSTM, or long short-term memory, unlock loans, and chain key cryptography threshold cryptography using tech stack. Introducing Dafi, it is the decentralized agricultural finance initiative. It is a Web3-powered agri-fintech platform designed to make inclusive, climate-smart, and farming in reality. So Dafi unlocks a financial access for small-scale farmers that don't have access with financial records or official financial records. Dafi is building future of inclusive agriculture by addressing 170 billion global financing gap that leaves over 500 million smallholder farmers underserved. So 9.7 million of whom are in the Philippines alone. These farmers up to 70% of the world's food yet lack formal credit access, which is very ironic for us. Dafi empowers farmers, and we understand that agriculture margins are tight and farming isn't just about the risk. It's essential to life itself, and that's why we're here. We were here to support the backbone of our communities, and we are Dafi. Our vision is simple yet powerful: to empower small-scale farmers through AI and blockchain, invest in what feeds the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, good timing. Thank you, Andres. Thank you so much. Okay, judges ready? I know Laura is always ready. Okay, can we put up the 5 minutes
I can
timer?
let the gentlemen ask question first.
No, I know.
Anton,
Go for it.
why don't you start first then? Let's spice things up.
I'm happy to start first. So first, I think it's a very, very interesting project. I'm a big fan of ICP, as you heard on the panel previously. But I just want to give one feedback and then ask a question. It's almost as if your project gets really complicated when you start mentioning blockchain. You know, I actually had to read it several times and then realize actually it's a platform to get financing, to get a bit of data analytics, and to also maybe trade the crop or whatever the farms are doing. So first feedback is, it should be in the background that you're doing it on a blockchain, namely with ICP, you know? Because it makes things so complicated, you know, when I was reading the description. But the second thing is my question, actually what I really liked is you have traction, right? So can you tell us a bit more about, you mentioned here that you have some discussions with certain cooperatives. Tell us a bit more about that. How does that look like? What does it mean?
Currently, we are dealing with Region 3. So we have Bulacan, Bataan, because I myself came from Bataan, Balanga, Bataan. So there are cooperatives there who are already interested in the project because they are the small-scale farmers or in group. So my teammate, fortunately, his aunt is the director of the Department of Agriculture. We were able to discuss to her what are we planning to do. So we are connecting right now the cooperatives. We were able to discuss what we offer, and at the same time, what are the benefits and what's in it for them. And after that discussion, they said that how can we start and what's basically the benefit that we can get from this. So there are a lot of soil or farms in Region 3, but there's no certain ownership because some of them are farming the same farms, but they are not the owner. So how can we validate the ownership of the places that you farm?
Do you have any kind of contract signed, an MOU signed? Do you have anything signed with these farmers that you're in discussions with, the cooperatives?
As for the government, we don't have a signed yet, but for these cooperatives, we already have signed agreements. And it's still under processing because we're still in the preceding stage. And we are really hopeful in connecting them to them more.
Thank you.
Can you talk more about the token element? Why do you need a token? Because again, as Anton mentioned, you could be a great business model without the token. Yeah. Where is the token utility coming from?
Okay, so we want to tokenize there are a lot of overproduction cases in the farming side. So as much as possible in terms of tracking this assets of them, we want them to have something to hold on because one of the most misconceptions in the farming industry is that farmers don't have phones. Well, we connected with Agriculture Training Institute, which is the ASTI. They are already farmers who are already familiar with blockchain. And just like I said, we don't have to introduce them to technology. The technology serves the farmer, and that's the reason why I think it's gonna be beneficial to them if we're able to tokenize their assets.
Okay, Andrea, great topic on the food security, which is very important here in the Philippines. So in terms of the Philippine market in Southeast Asia, what do you think makes the problem of agriculture very unique here that gives you an unfair advantage?
I think it would be our aggregator for our yield aggregator because in the Philippines, it's actually funny that we are agricultural country, but there are a lot of farmers who are still being exploited by the middlemen. So what we want to do is to eliminate the middleman one step at a time. That's why we are connecting with cooperatives because they're the small scale group who would be possibly interested and the first-hand beneficiary for this kind of project.
Yeah, and financing, it can be solved by FinTech Web 2. What do you think makes Web 3 the right solution for this?
In terms of Web3, it's actually an additional. It can work without Web3. If that's the question, it can work without Web3.
Do a Web 2 model and you go raise for equity. You will do so much better. My recommendation.
Yeah, that's totally noted. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, so just to say, I crossed out all of the complicated technical stuff in your pitch. Now it looks a lot shorter, a lot better, you know?
Yeah, that's because it was submitted with the hackathon and we just do a lot of features.
10 seconds.
Just to say, are you going to get a grant from ICP?
I'm sorry?
A grant from ICP. Are you getting a grant
Yeah,
from ICP?
we are supported by IC. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Andrea and Dafi, thank you. Bravo, startups. Okay, now we've heard from all 4 startups for today. I'm going to ask our judges to put score in your score sheets. Please evaluate the start. You get it ready? Okay. My colleague will collect your score sheets. May I remind you that we had 4 startups on stage today. Red Circle Global with their Circle Voice AI tool. Analytiks from the Philippines with their AI-powered fraud detection tool. We had Bitcoin Lawyer, a legal tech project, and another project from the Philippines, Decentralized Agriculture Finance Initiative called Dafi. Now, that's interesting. While we are counting the scores and we'll see who the winner is and who's going to take home this prestigious Sigma Asia and Sigma AIBC Asia 2025 trophy. Last year, we had a winner from the Philippines. It was a supply iCargo project. It was a blockchain-powered supply chain and cargo company, which is very interesting. We always have real-life use cases and actual applications of blockchain and AI. But I have to say, AI rules the narrative this year. 100%. We have a lot of AI in the startups. We had talked about AI during the conference. So let me remind you real quick that this is a wrap for our Sigma AIBC Asia event 2025. I think it was amazing. They were amazing 2 days, and next time we're going to see each other during our Sigma AIBC European leg tour. Please go to sigma.world, aibc.world, check out our schedule, make sure to book your tickets and your flights. And do we have a winner? Oh, I am ready, and we are ready. Okay. I know who the winner is, and I do know. Are you guys ready? Can you guess? I think you can guess. All right, everyone. Sigma AIBC Asia 2025 Startup Pitch competition winner is, can we get a drum roll? A little bit of a drum roll. Analytiks. Susie, please make your way to this stage to get your trophy. Well done, well deserved. Bravo, Susie. Congratulations. Okay, can we get a picture with the judges, please? Bravo, another round of applause for Susie, please, and Analytiks. Okay, let's go. Oh, me here, okay. Of course. Perfect. Bravo! Another round of applause. Congratulations, Susie. Bravo. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for everything. Guys, it's been amazing 2 days. I have to say, this is our 3rd event in Manila. It was great success. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you made new friends. I hope you made new business connections, and I hope you enjoyed as much as we did. I will see you soon in Malta, in Rome, in Sri Lanka 2025, and of course, during our 8 2026 shows. Very excited. I'm Olga Yershevsky. If you have any questions for me or need my help or would like to know me or about AIBC and Sigma better, feel free to reach out. We're here to help you. And thank you again so much. Thank you. Bravo.